I can show you exactly how afterwards if you like. It's not too bad. I think we're live. I'm just gonna check. Yes, we are. Hey guys. So today I've got an exciting interview. It's with a man named James Klobassa. So James has a super duper interesting story where he's traveled the world, been surfing, doing all these incredible things before he started his actual business, and has an incredible journey of growth and how he's been able to now use his expertise to help many experts and people with influence do their thing now. He's actually about to release a book called The Expert's Handbook, which I showed you guys yesterday, but I think it's best if we speak to James directly and he can tell us all about this. So give me a moment, I'll switch over. That's... Let me make sure this is all live properly. Hey James.
G'day, Joss.
How are you, mate? Probably didn't do you
I'm
justice
great,
there.
mate. No, all good, mate. All good. How are you today?
Hot. Queensland weather.
Yes.
Sweating. Like, you see me. I think you're the same. You're always in the casual shirts.
Mate, it's that's what Queensland's about, mate.
Man, I find every time I speak to you, you just seem almost too chilled out. Like you just come out of the surf.
Mate, well, I don't know. Maybe that's one of my better sides.
Better sides.
Better qualities, I should say.
For the people who obviously meet you first time, like you seem to be under the radar most of the time, unless people have heard about you from someone else. I think is that intentional so far, or are you just starting to come surfing now, or what's the story there?
Yeah, to be honest, it has been fairly intentional, and I was actually just thinking about this yesterday and thinking about doing a video. I'm very much an introvert, so I love to just hang out by myself. I love to do my own thing. I love to work with my clients and, kind of be behind the scenes. But obviously with the new book coming out, it's time for me to shine a little bit more light on myself, which is not very comfortable, I must say, for me. But it's been a lot of fun, and really looking forward to getting it out there. But no, truly, I'm very much an introvert, so laying low is definitely how I've operated over the last several years.
You talk about your clients. I've mentioned that you work with a lot of really cool guys. Can you tell us who you do a little bit about that? What is your background?
Okay, I guess I've been online since 1998, so kind of showing my age there. But that's when I first jumped online, and it was early 2002. I started to get into the direct marketing side of things, like copywriting, that sort of stuff. From there, it was a kind of a progression. I started a little business online and started consulting with clients just in a very small way, just around direct response copy and websites back in the day. But then come 2008, 2009, I started to hear more about Jeff Walker, and in 2009 went and participated in Jeff's product launch manager course, the original course, where I think there was about 45 or 50 of us in the room at that stage. And ever since then, I've purely been consulting with clients, doing big launches, and just having a lot of fun with it, really.
Your philosophy, I've talked to you personally about this, your philosophy in life is really different to most people. How is it have you come to that, and what is the events that led you from... You started surfing, or what was your background?
Yeah, I guess, and I do go into it in the story in the book, but just the short version is, when I was about 8 years old, I was given an exercise by a school teacher, a creative writing teacher, and I actually loved creative writing. It was one of my passions back even then. And I guess that's why that transfers across into the copywriting quite well. But she asked everyone in the class, what would you like to do when you grow up? And I distinctly remember the moment and looking around the classroom and seeing pictures. She gave us a big bit of cardboard and some crayons, and everyone was kind of drawing fire engines and police cars, and that's the normal answer that everyone wants you to say. And everyone wanted to be a fireman or a policeman or a nurse or a doctor. Whereas all I remember is literally just drawing out waves across the page, beaches, sunshine, people. And that's literally what I wanted to do when I grew up: hang out on the beach, enjoy the sunshine, and I guess that's kind of what's been my measuring stick for how I progressed through life.
I think I might have some audio issues here, but I've got a recording. Let me just double check, see what's going on.
Sure, mate, sure.
It's just I'm not close enough. That might be it.
Okay, that's fair enough, mate. No problem.
Alright.
Good to go, mate?
Yeah, I'm good to go now. I'm just in the wrong microphone. All good, guys. Sorry
that's
about
okay. No worries.
Yeah, so you had as your childhood, you kind of realised your vision was different to everyone else. So how did that play out? Because we all know reality and what our childhood vision is totally separate to most people. How do you make a childhood dream? Who the hell thinks they're going to go surf, man? Who are you?
I don't know.
You can surf?
And I actually don't know where it came from. I mean, we used to go to the beach for, kind of on our holidays and stuff. So I guess it was appealing. Moving forward in life, obviously, yes, it doesn't always work out that way. You've got to get a real job and all that sort of stuff. So I did go and complete an apprenticeship, and really, from that stage, it was like, I was always heavily into sports and had a good buddy that was into water skiing, and we just automatically thought, right, as soon as our apprenticeships are finished, let's go and chase water skiing as a living, and it's not what everyone does, but of course, I kind of just loved the fun of the idea, so it was about the adventure for me. Everyone gets kind of drawn in by adventure. Maybe that's part of the hero's journey, that they go on those adventures to see what challenges they come up against. And for me, we water skied for a few years, worked for a few years to kind of pay the bills, and then it came about that decision time where one day it's like, what do you really want to do in life? And for me, it was like, I'm just going to chase my kind of adventure desire. And I became a professional water skier and travelled the world for about 8 or 9 years, really, maybe a little bit longer. We used to do 6 months in Australia and 6 months overseas at places like SeaWorld. So we're into all the, trick water skiing, and you see the girls climbing the pyramids and all that sort of stuff. So great times.
Was it fulfilling?
Sorry, mate.
Was that fulfilling for you? Were you happy doing that, or what's?
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I did that until I was about 30 years old, to be honest. So I was doing a bit of study and stuff online in the background, but got to 30 and I thought, well, this is an amazing lifestyle. We were literally living a 5-star lifestyle, traveling the world. Everything was paid for. We were fully sponsored. But you didn't make any extra money. You made a little bit, but not enough to buy houses and do all the things that normal people do. And that's kind of when I thought, wow, I actually need to get a career. And that, most people are well into their careers in their 20s. I kind of went, wow, I've got to do some catch up here. So I took a bit of a shift, went and joined the tax office of all places. So I've gone from living in board shorts to a suit. As you can imagine, that didn't turn out well, and I moved on from there and realised that I didn't need a career. I just needed a little bit more money. Okay. And that's where the online world, and really where Jeff Walker's sort of PLM opportunity came up, and that was just a no-brainer decision for me to move forward with.
I think most people at the moment know what PLM is, but can you tell us a little bit more about what the product product launches and what is it you were doing?
Sure. Well, Jeff Walker is the founder of Product Launch Formula, and that's a product, people can study to, learn to roll out their own products. It's, it's a lot of people have seen these online. These days they're quite common, the actual 3-video and 4-video product launch. But I was actually brought through a program to help manage people within their own launches. So everyone could do their launch, but we were working with higher level clients that had bigger lists, bigger opportunity, bigger networks, looking for higher dollar value results. And so I effectively became a high-end consultant for people in the online world launching new products.
I guess with that knowledge, you're able to see things that people wouldn't normally see. I mean, I look at that and you think it's just 4 videos. That can't be that complicated, but when you have that breadth of knowledge, I guess it's what you see.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, it can be broken down and be as simple as 4 videos. Kind of the first video is all about the opportunity at hand. The second video is about kind of social proof. Third video about what it looks like on the other side once you buy the product. And then the fourth video is normally the sales video. But there are literally hundreds of moving parts within that. In the messaging, in the visuals, in who's mailing for you as partners in the background. There's actually a lot of moving pieces, and I guess for me, I was able to see that kind of matrix of lots of different moving pieces and put it into a simple formula that worked well for me and for my clients.
I guess what I found interesting was you've got that, which is it's technical knowledge, but when I started reading your book, Rachel Campbell, it just expanded what you actually do. It's like tech stuff, simple, just get it handled by someone, but the positioning was like, okay, wow, that's intense. And then you taught us about your sales process, which is completely blows everything I've read it before out of the water. It's just really interesting. Can you talk us through your process to create an expert or become an expert or whatever I don't know how to describe it?
Yeah, sure. People come to me and they're in one of 3 positions. So normally they're looking for more money. So they're struggling with cash flow. Either that or they'd like to increase their reach or their impact. They want to tell a bigger story. Either that or they've come with many products, they're already successful, and they're looking to automate some of that for freedom. So in creating an expert, I take them through those 3 phases. So it's like laying the foundations, solidifying their income, moving them to bigger reach and launches, scaling their business, and then automating it for freedom kind of thing. For me, it's a very simple process, and really I start with positioning. To be positioned well in a marketplace, no matter what, whether you're just looking for a little bit more money or you're looking to scale into really big launches, the positioning is the most important piece. And I think a lot of people forget this. They go for the easy money and forget about the long term. I see it a lot online these days. And there's lots of people that come into the marketplace. They've done a seminar, they've done a course, they've done little bits and pieces, and all of a sudden they're a marketing expert. And yet they haven't really thought about that for the long term. They're seeing it as a quick way to make a few bucks, and they fall away. Like, I've been online 18 years now, and I've seen lots of people come and go. So it's not, the positioning is a key piece for the long term, I see.
So much more than just making money for 5 minutes. If you want to be someone who sticks around and really becomes a pillar of your community, you need to do all that stuff. And I think so many people, myself included, just struggle for years trying to work out what you need to do. Like, you have that expert knowledge, but you need people usually trying to connect the dots themselves and connecting bits and pieces. But I think what you've done is created a roadmap that just seems really clear, but it's uncomfortable. I had a lot of difficulty reading through your book just because it was really confronting the questions you asked. Like,
Well, it is about getting real in the, in the early stages. A lot of people, and this is quite funny, I'll be quite honest with you, but a lot of people don't like me in the first month of working with me because I do ask the confronting questions. I do force them to think about what they're going to do long term. I do force them to change what they're doing if it's not appropriate for the long term, for success. I've kind of built my reputation on successful results, big launches, that sort of thing. And at the early stages, I have to ask the tough questions. They learn to like me after the results start coming, but that's normally a few weeks in. So that's just the way it rolls. But for me, this is about, as you said earlier, I've been behind the scenes, and I've been able to stay behind the scenes because I've built my name on results. Yeah. And you can't, a lot of people are marketing, and haven't created any results, and they're unable to even get clients with good, good or mediocre marketing, simply because they don't have that name, they don't have that background of results behind them. So I've kind of, one thing I learned from Jeff was, build your results first and let that take care of itself. Now, the book's kind of, it's a culmination of a lot of knowledge kind of simplified down to the critical pieces. It's obviously I can't teach it all in a book. It'd be lovely if I did, but it's
novel with...
it's an encyclopedia, but you want to, I'm just looking to simplify people's results, and obviously at this, when you start out with someone, we've got to kind of get rid of all the fluff.
Okay. Step 1, get really clear on your vision, or whatever. Talk me through this.
Yes, step 1's getting clear on why you're actually doing it. Like for me, it's all about lifestyle. Like I don't need to make $1 million a month. Okay. Some people do, and that's totally cool. I'm totally cool with that. I have no problem with that. But if you don't know why you're doing it, like you'll make $100,000, and then the next month you'll blow it up. So my income increases, on a nice smooth scale because I know my surroundings, I know my lifestyle. It's all comfortable for me. So firstly, know why you're doing it, and know what's comfortable, know where you want to be. Secondly, is really about that. Like for me, I map out a person's perfect day. Like I get them to map it out in intimate detail. And there's been lots of kind of exercises to do this over the years. There's one in the book that helps you map your perfect day. From there, you're able to work out how much work you want to do, what's actually real. Because a lot of people come to me and they say, James, I want to make $100,000. And I say, okay, cool, let's make a plan for that. But then they can't execute on the plan because they don't want to do the work. And they'd rather go surfing like I would, which is totally cool. We just need a different plan. So, the plan has to fit in with your lifestyle. After that, we move into positioning them well in the marketplace. That's a really big piece of the puzzle, as I said earlier. But most people that come to me, they don't have proven sales processes in place. So we work on their sales process, get their cash flow moving. And then it's about creating reach. So content, whether it be doing a launch or actually just creating other types of content, video or articles or maybe a book or whatever it might be. So it's progressive, depending on what they want and what their skills are. In the book, I'm not trying to teach you my process.
Okay.
I'm not, and same with my clients. I'm not trying to teach them my process. I've just got a range of knowledge, and I'm using what they tell me as feedback to create a plan that suits them. Because, and this is another piece that I see in the marketplace, that people go out and learn other gurus, other experts, other mentors' processes, but then get sick of implementation because it's someone else's. I go back to, what's really at their core. What are they going to love? What are they going to be able to enjoy? And then we build a plan from there.
It's really the cookie cutter approach doesn't work, but you need to get clear on what you want in order to map out your process to get there. But you get your bits and pieces that assist in order to create that.
Yeah, I guess I'm more taking the long journey out. Like I'm sure you've seen the picture with the journey to success is like a zigzag road. I kind of try to even out those bumps. As I said, been online 18 years. I was there when article marketing and black hat linking was the popular thing, and I've been around the block once or twice. So most people that come to me, if they come to me with a certain request, we can create a strategy that suits it, that shortcuts their timeline.
With the expert space, what do you really see? Is there a limit, or what is possible with the correct
in what way?
As a solo expert kind of person.
There's no limit, but there is. It's like it's a progressive stepping stone. If you have results, you can position yourself really highly. If you don't have those results yet, you have to go and get some of those results first. But a lot of the people that come to me are people that have come with great results or with great products, but they don't have that positioning yet, or they don't have the strategy to go big, or they don't have the pieces in place to automate. So we work on those pieces, depending on what they want.
Okay. That's a lot. Okay. So...
You're getting deep now. It's like we could go for hours.
I'm going to go through this, like the mental stuff. Like, I've seen you train some amazing people like Kat Laterzo. She posts things like 50k in 5 days. I'm just going, okay, and she's doing it regularly. Is that part of the mental switch, or how does she change her mindset to do that?
Well, I know Kat, like she does a lot of coaching on herself as well. But those sorts of things are strategic. For me, success really is a process. But a lot of people want to make it a lot more difficult than what it actually is. If you want to do a launch, it's 3 videos and a sales video. It's actually not difficult to do that. But people want to make it really difficult. And it is like it's a mental shift that you need to go through to be able to stay on top of the hurdles that come in front of you. I'm experiencing it now, even with the book launch. As I said, I've been undercover for 8 years now. Had some amazing successes. It's been great fun working with clients behind the scenes. For me to release a book, it was a big leap of faith to firstly write the book and then put it in front of my peers. I sent it out to probably 100 of my peers just to get their review, their feedback, their ideas. And, doing that is essentially, you may as well walk naked down the street. It's very revealing. So it's
exposing yourself.
That's what people come up against. In working with me, they get exposed, and that's normally they're the pieces that we have to work through rather than the actual process, because the process is easy. As I said, success is a process. It's whether you can see out the process.
Cool. What would be your biggest piece of advice for someone who has expert knowledge but hasn't really claimed expert status just yet? Like the one thing for on right now.
Depending on what they want as an outcome.
Okay.
So let's go yourself, because I feel that you're asking me on a personal level here. What is it that you want to achieve, Joss?
It's a big question, mate.
It is, and that's part of it. It's like they are deeper questions. There's stuff that you do need to think about. It's not really a 5-minute fix. Most of my clients, I work with them for at least 3 months, mostly a year. It's a long-term thing.
I just started going through your book and everything right now. So I was like, to me, it's influence. I want to change the world. Sounds cool.
Okay.
It really is.
In what way do you want to change it?
I want to work with entrepreneurs that are changing the world. Like, I want to help them do their thing in order to change the world and work with big things. Like, I hear guys like Elon Musk focusing on things that can literally change the way we're operating, the way that people are using energy, the way that we're consuming water, make a big difference for everyone. That's really what gets me excited.
Okay, cool. Yeah, from that, like, if we were working together, I would want to see that in a much clearer format, like that down to a detail. What's your absolute genius? What is your genius? What is your genius, and how do you show that to the world? But then after that, it's about positioning you as that genius. So it's not like there's one simple fix. It's like, firstly, we need to know what you want as an absolute outcome. People come to me, just for example, one lady came to me years ago and her business was losing money and all she wanted to do was make $40,000 a month. All right? And I asked her...
Had this in the book, didn't you?
I did talk about this in the book, yeah. And like all she wanted to do was make $40,000 a month. So, that's fine, but like I had to get clear on where she was right at the start. Like, where was she? What was that kind of the big chasm that she had to overcome? And that literally took a 30-minute conversation just for her to answer the first question. And that was a series of questions after that. Normally I have long discussions with my clients in the early stages. So it does take time. It's not something that we're going to get to the answer on this call, unless we go for a couple of hours.
I saw something funny you wrote where you had to just put the phone down and say, look, how much money are you making last month? What was revenue?
Yeah, it's like people love stories and excuses. Yeah. And clients come to me with a lot of stories and excuses of why they can't make what they want, why they aren't living the way they want to, why they haven't been able to achieve in the past. Like simple questions people struggle with. And that's, for me, it's all about the simple stuff. If you can break it down to the absolutely simple, answers come really quickly. Results come really quickly. Like launches for me, like I see the matrix. I don't know what it is. It's in my head. It's just something. It's a gift I have. There's lots of moving pieces, but I see them really simply, and being able to break that down for a client, and then pull the golden nuggets out of them and place them in the right spots is kind of key.
Yeah, I get that. It's really, again, you said it before, they want your help, but they've got to expose themselves. So that's a whole nother level of connection, and being able to work with someone who can get you to do that is rare, because most people are not going to push you to that extent. It's right. When I see someone who you're uncomfortable working with, you go, okay, that guy actually knows what he's doing.
It's, as I said, not many clients like me at the start, but that's okay. I can deal with that because they like me when the results start coming, and that's I don't know whether that's good or bad or whatever it might be, but it's just the process that I go through. Other people have different methods and there's different processes, and you can learn 100 different ways. Some people resonate with me, some people don't, which is totally cool. I'm fairly relaxed on the outside, and when it comes to just working generally, I'm happy to sit by the pool or sit in an office. Doesn't worry me too much. But when people come to me and they pay me money, they come to me for results. And if they're not willing to be honest with themselves, I need to be able to pull that out of them. And that's kind of my job as a mentor. or that's what I see it as anyway. You know, like it's my ability to get you your result, no matter what we need to go through, is the process.
If they're ready, I think it's a lot simpler. But growth in itself, you need to tear from the fitness kind of mindset. You're tearing old muscle in order to create new growth. It's not comfortable. It's painful. You're gonna do it, but you're gonna resist.
Well, in the book, I actually outlay 4 different character types as I've identified them over the last 18 years of working with people. And I've kind of named them the prince and the princess and the king and the queen. They're not male, female, or any of that. It's just on their ability to grow and where they're at right now. And each of these character types have different challenges that they face. And, going through the actual book launch, there will be a quiz for people that shows them their character type. And I give strategic training on, excuse the little mower man, excuse the noise.
Typical Australian.
I give the... I let them know their character type so that they know what to watch out for and the struggles that they'll face. But on the other side of that, I also give strategic training. So, with the book, there's obviously a few extras coming with it. But everyone faces their own challenges. They're different, just at different levels. And there's kind of 4 levels to it, as I see it, right through from earning your first kind of $10,000 online through to creating legacy for years to come and creating big institutional type businesses. I talk through that in the book, and obviously on the back end of someone buying the book as it launches December 1st.
What makes you uncomfortable?
Me? To be honest, this is my first Facebook Live, so mate, you're making me uncomfortable now.
Maybe if we just stare each other's eyes, it might be more.
Yeah. No, to be honest, clients that can't push through. That's my greatest challenge. And that's kind of because I'm so focused on the result. When they struggle to push forward and they don't get those results, I struggle with that. And maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe I should, just let it go and push it away. But that's not the way I've built my business. I've built it on results, and I really, I'm passionate. In some circumstances, I'm more passionate about the client's business than the client is, and that's just the way it is.
I think it's weird. You've got like a sense you should remove yourself and not be so attached to it, but you can't help but care. It just...
Well, mate, it's... Oh, gosh, like, people pay me a lot of money, and that's great. The money's great, but it's
not the money.
The results, and seeing their excitement when things go well. I don't say it out loud too often, but like for me, I make dreams become reality. So people come to me with their dreams, like I've had people that just wanted to go and live on an island, just wanted to travel the world, just wanted to go to Italy for 6 months, and we put together strategies and processes and promotions. Yes, I'm in the marketing realm, so we're putting together promotions to make those dreams come true, and it's just great fun to see it happen. That's what lights me up. It's just good fun. I've built my business on the results, so seeing those exciting times is really what drives me.
Why is it you care so much? Not sure.
Honestly, I haven't. I've never really dived into that for myself, but it just excites me. I guess maybe it's that call to adventure. Yeah, it's like even from a little, like as I said, as a little boy, adventure was always my thing. So I see a new launch or a new product or a new business startup as an adventure. And, I'll be quite honest, I'm not good at building, building past kind of 3 years or even 2 years, building into a big, 100-person, company or anything. That's not my thing. But startups, getting them moving, getting them to the first million or getting them, to a couple of million is just exciting times because it's all new. It's all, it's in creation phase.
I almost feel like you're the guy that people go to get over that initial inertia, take off that little bump they've got and just go to an actual business. Then when they've done that, then they need to start thinking about systems and complicating things again before they can grow again.
It's interesting because a lot of people do come to me kind of, even at the mid 6-figure or high 6-figure level, and we push forward. A lot of people come to me early on and they'll push to $1 million in like a year or 2 years. And after that, that's kind of when, they're probably better off to move on to someone else, to be honest. But that initial phase is exciting for me, and that's what drives me, is seeing people able to step into their bigger self.
I say that's probably when you get the biggest transformations happening in someone's mental and emotional capacity.
Well, I'm not sure. It'd be interesting. Now, I've never dealt with $10 million businesses, but I have clients that actually do deal with 10. I coach a business coach at the moment, and he coaches businesses that deal with $10 million businesses, and he sees that in his clients as well. It's just at a different level. I guess everyone's got their different barometer or thermometer or however you'd like to say it.
I think I was reading Masterson about 0 to 100 million. Just there's different levels of growth in different problems. So
sure,
premature stage, and you've got the adolescence, and you've got maturity, and there's different issues you'll face along each step. Yep.
And that's my king, queen, prince, princess level. I mean, it starts at princess, then goes to prince, king, and then queen. And queen is, people that are growing multi-million-dollar businesses, so $3, $4, $5 million businesses, and even beyond that. But at the starting stages, it could be someone just trying to earn their first $10,000 or getting to $30,000 online. From there, you kind of go to the prince stage, where they're about 30 to 40,000 up to 100, 120, 150, and then kind of the king phase kicks in, and then normally high 6-figure earners into 7-figure earners. But for me, there's 4 definite steps, and in the book I lay out strategies that each of those people could use, and also lay out the $3 million funnels that I've used over the last 8 years to help people get to that point. So kind of just lay it all out in the book. I wanted to give as much as I could. My thing is obviously working in a very small kind of group setting or one-on-one with clients. Even out of this, I think with Facebook Live, if there's one person out there looking to really scale, I'd love to hear from you. Hit me up. But I'm not looking to work with 100 people kind of thing. So I do very high-level work. I do very intimate work. It's for me, it's about, as I said, creating those results and doing it in a...
Oh,
wow. Sorry, mate. Dropped you there.
That's really nice.
Dropped. I'll give you a view out there. No, it's... as I said, for me, just... I can't serve everyone. I can't serve 1,000 people. That's not what I want to do, and that's why I created the book. So just give away as much information as I can. People, if they implement what's in the book and what's in the game plan, the download from the book, they will get a ton of value. They will be able to grow for themselves. So, But like I said, if there's 1 or 2 people out there that are really looking to grow, I'd love to hear from them as well.
Right. I already know this link, but can we just let everyone know where they can go to learn about the book, and when it's actually released, they can get themselves a copy?
Sure. It's The Expert's Handbook. So just The Expert's Handbook, as same as the title, and .com. There's a sign-up page there. On the page, you'll also see coming with the book. As I said earlier, there's a game plan download, which is the process that I take my kind of high-end clients through, and that's just a PDF download. They also get training on their character type, so which character type they are, and I sort of step them through the challenges that they need to look out for. There's also a quiz which will tell them which character type they are. And then from there, there's strategic training on the back end of that specifically. So if you go through the quiz and end up you're a queen or you're a princess or a prince, there's strategic training specifically for that person as the last piece of the puzzle when they buy the book. And also, I almost forgot, giving away just over 60 grand's worth of prizes for people purchasing the book and taking the quiz. So probably a pretty good reason to spend $20 or however you can get it. It'll be available in lots of different versions. So if you like Audible or iTunes or iBooks or whatever.
There's heaps of different ones.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll just put a link up for everyone so you guys can get that. And man, this has been awesome. Like, it's been super interesting having you on the call, and I'm looking forward to seeing this grow, and obviously having a lot more people actually read your bloody book and implement it, because this can change so many people's lives. Yeah, and just as a kind of a sign off or whatever, if we're running short on time now, like I actually want people to implement what's in the book. Most people read books, they don't even get past the first chapter, and I get it. I've got a few books on my shelf that I've thrown away as well, but I actually do want people to really read it, to consume it, to do the work. As I've given this out to my peers, as I was saying earlier, that was a tough thing to do, but I've had them come back to me and say, yep, I implemented chapter 3 and it's shown me amazing stuff. And so like the actual exercises in the book are valid, they're powerful, and I kind of urge everyone to make the effort to read the book and go through the exercises. Launching December 1st, I've got a ton of cool video and training and stuff for them, so it should be a lot of fun. Cool. Hi guys, well, I hope everyone's had a lot of fun. It's been fun having James on, and I'm sure you'll see a lot more about him, and I'll probably be talking about him myself in the next coming weeks. Next time,
awesome.
I'll speak to you all soon.
Cheers, Josh.